tell you something. It's a secret from my past, and it may be something in your past too. I don't know. I used to be scared to death of dying. I didn't go to a funeral for, many years of my life. I think it was about 15, the first funeral I went to, and boy, I always pictured myself dead in a casket. You know, when you see a dead body, that's just scary as all get out. And I stayed up nights sometimes worrying about that. The fact that, Mark, one of these days you're going to be laying there, it's going to be terrible. It worried me a lot. Since then, I've kind of gotten past that, realizing, yes, I'm going to be gone, you're going to be gone, I hate to break it to you, but we have so many assurances in here that we've got nothing to worry about. The people Paul was writing to in Thessalonica, they were afraid of death. They were afraid of their parents and all that went on before them. They were thinking, will they go to heaven or not? I don't know. And they were scared to death about themselves. And so Paul wrote them a letter, and it is so encouraging, and he wrote it for them and for us too. At the start of it, I'm looking at 1 Thessalonians 5, he said, "Now as to the times and to the epochs, brethren, you have no need of anything to be written to you, for you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night." I'm sure you've heard that before. And then he goes on telling us, you need to live in the light. Don't worry about it. Don't, live in the dark. Be a light to the world and all. And he's mentioning this. And then he comes down in verse 9 for something that has just taken the fear and taken it away from me. And it's this verse right here that I read many times in my life, but it was just a few years ago that it really struck pay dirt. Verse 9, he says, "For God has not destined us for wrath, but for obtaining salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, so that whether we are awake or asleep, we will live together with him. Therefore, encourage one another and build up one another just as you are doing." God has been wrathful over the years to a lot of people that did wrong, didn't obey him. That was the wrath. And that's what we were facing until Christ came and took every bad thing I ever thought of doing or ever did and took it on the cross. And now God looks at us and he says, hey, you don't have to worry about the wrath, because Mark, Brenda, Wanda, Zeke, whoever you are out there, he says, you're not destined for my wrath. You're destined for salvation. You're going to obtain salvation. If I can face every day with that in mind, I don't care what you're going through today or what any of us may be going through tomorrow, but this thought, you know what you're destined for, being a child of God and trying to live in the light and just depending on him for your salvation? You're destined for salvation, not wrath. You're not going to see the wrath of God. You're going to see salvation. I got that to look forward to. Man, what is there out there that is troubling me? What is it out there that I can't handle? Things will get us down, there's no question about it. But if we concentrate and have the steadfast mind I mentioned last time and think about where we're destined, our destiny is in heaven, salvation, that helps. It'll help me a lot today, and I hope it does you too. We'll have another uplifting, encouraging word for you next time. Thanks so much.